My name's David, I'm an estate agent. The reason I got into estate agency was previously I went to university in Nottingham and did a hospitality HND. I then worked as an assistant manager in a restaurant for 2 years. After that decided that I wasn't quite keen on doing that, so I went travelling for a year. And after my travelling I decided to start something fresh and I did a telesales job. After realising that that was just on the phone completely and not interesting, and I wanted to communicate more with people and interact face to face, so I decided to be an estate agent, and that's how I got into the job.
David, tell me about a day in the life of your job.
Day in the life of an estate agent. Well, some people won't realise, certainly the first thing we do in the morning, have a morning meeting and recap on the previous day's viewings and interested parties and properties. And certainly for the first 2 or 3 hours in the morning, it's actually just on the phone, making phone calls to applicants and to buyers to get them out on viewings and to make sure that we're keeping ourselves busy diaries.
And the rest of the day?
Then after that we would then focus on viewings at lunchtime. Normally 1 to 2 viewings over lunch, and then after that you would then come back to the office, spend a couple of hours in the office. By the point of doing it for a few months, you'll start having properties under offer, so you'll be focusing in the afternoon talking to solicitors and surveyors to make sure that the deal process is going through smoothly for the deals that you have. Then after that in the afternoon you'd then be back out viewing again, trying to get more people interested in buying properties.
Sounds like you work quite long hours.
We do, it's long hours. It's a 11 to 12 hour day, but to be honest, if you've got a busy diary, the day absolutely flies by. By the time you know it, it's 6 o'clock at night and you've got only 2 viewings to do, and then that's the end of the day for you.
And what are the things you like and dislike about the role?
Dislikes I'll start with, but certainly the hardest thing about estate agency is the external factors. You've got the press, you've got a father's brother who has bought a property once, so many other people trying to give your buyers advice. If you're honest with your buyers and you build up good trust with them, then certainly you can give them the best advice. But the dislikes certainly are the external factors. The likes about estate agency is there's no better feeling than walking somebody into a house and them just walking and looking around and saying, wow, you found me the house of my dreams, and you know that they're going to be happy for at least another 5-10 years before they need to find somewhere bigger or smaller. And secondly, with the likes, obviously the money also is definitely a bonus.
Can I ask you what you earn?
Yes, in the last 3 years I've averaged about £65,000 a year.
Okay, so just some advice in terms of what makes a good estate agent.
I think a good estate agent certainly boils down to when you're dealing with your applicants. Certainly they are your main focus, and obviously your clients are your vendors, but being as honest as possible, certainly. One key about a good estate agent is when you're first initially talking to your buyers, is being able to understand exactly what they're looking for, and by doing that you just have to be very patient, and you need to make sure that they're doing all the talking, and that you take down notes and obviously very carefully listen to what they're looking for. 2 things that are most important about being an estate agent is being confident but not arrogant, and be lightly confrontational but never rude. And by sticking to these 2, you're definite to get good results.